Welcome back to another episode of We Watched a Movie. My name is Finn, and I've got Chris here with me. And we just got through watching Super Troopers 2, and we are going to talk all about it right now. Chris, your thoughts?
My thoughts on Super Troopers 2?
Yes.
It took long enough to come out, but I'm very happy it came out.
Because when did that first one come out? What was that, 2000?
I want to say 2002.
2002?
Yeah.
Okay, I knew it was early 2000s. I just couldn't remember exactly about the time period. But yeah, God almighty, that's what, 16, 17 years for that thing to come out?
That was, I remember watching Super Troopers 1, like, religiously. That was the go-to movie when all the friends get together and there's nothing to do. You put in Super Troopers.
Right.
That was the movie. They did the Beer Fest. They did Club Dread. Mm-hmm. And every time they release a new movie, you'd ask yourself, well, yeah, that's great, but give us Super Troopers 2. That's what we want. And I think they delivered with this one. Yeah. This is I mean, what do you think? What did you expect
coming
into it?
I really didn't have any set expectations. I mean, I figured it was probably going to be at least as funny as the first one. I think that was really my only expectation, was that if it wasn't at least as funny as the first one, I was probably going to leave, disappointed. But it was as funny as the first one. I thought it was, in some parts, a little bit even funnier than the first one. There was a lot of really good, I loved kind of a lot of the ugly American jokes, that they made throughout it, given the kind of premise that, this little section of Canada is about to become part of Vermont, I thought it was funny. I love the fact that Linda Hamilton was back in it, as the governor. They brought her back for it. I love the fact that there were so many of the old cast that got brought back in. Somebody had mentioned earlier that it would have been cool if like those teenage kids that they pulled over in the first movie had like shown up at some point in the movie. That would have been cool, but no big on that loss. But yeah, I thought it was funny. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. Not disappointed. Definitely not a waste of my money at all. So
yeah, I mean, definitely the cameo of the kids that started off the first movie in the car would have been nice. I wanted to see them again. But I think what they gave us, I was pleasantly surprised for, because they didn't do what a lot of movies do, where they try and give you a remake of the first movie, and it's just like all the same bits, all the same jokes. They take like the same script and then just like rewrite it. They didn't do that with this movie, which I was really, really happy they didn't do. They came up with like an original script, and they just got they didn't go overboard with cameos. They just had some like awesome actors they brought in to help them out. The Mounties, the Canadian Mounties, I think held their weight. Sometimes when you bring in like, there's these cops, these guys, and then there's like the other force, and then that other force is like super lame. They let the Mounties participate and be like as cool as our Super Troopers, our state troopers that we know from the first movie. And I really appreciated that.
One of them was Will Sasso from Mad TV. Yeah. And that guy's a great comedic actor. He's hilarious. Like, I've pretty much loved just about anything that dude's been in. And he was great in this one, too. I thought he was hilarious. I liked the Mounties, that they had. Those guys were great. The French girl was funny and hot. Even like Rob Lowe. Strangely enough, I was like, holy crap, it's Rob Lowe, as the mayor of this little town. And he was great in it, and a former hockey player, and our minor league hockey player, and all that. That was great. I thought he was funny. But yeah, I mean, I thought it was a very enjoyable movie. Definitely check it out. It's worth the view, I had a great time.
Yeah, with the mention of Rob Lowe being in there, and they made him like a really good minor league hockey player. I like that's what Broken Lizard does really well, I think, is that they'll set you up, and it's like you'd be like, okay, the mayor's going to be this ex major league hockey player, and it's like, no, he's an ex minor league hockey.
Right,
you know what I mean? You're like, all right, cool.
Still kind of a loser, but it's
just those little things, and you'll see them all the way throughout the movie where, in and of themselves, they're nothing. They're kind of insignificant, but it sets the tone for the movie where it's like it's more relatable. It's not. They don't. The whole movie's over the top, but they don't ever go over the top. It's not like, yeah, of course, yeah, some minor league guy's going to be mad. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And I feel like with Rob Lowe, I was afraid he's going to come off really, really hacky, super hacky. But he's like, no, he's just that guy, and you just got Rob Lowe to play him. And I was like, all right, I appreciate that. Yeah. I appreciate you not being I'm Rob Lowe playing this guy.
I like the fact that, like you had mentioned earlier, at the end they did include that kind of reconciliation between the Mounties and the the guys, the guys that we've followed for 2 movies now. It kind of was definitely a flip side of the way that things end in the first movie, with them kind of taking the other guys' jobs and the other guys obviously going to jail and all that because of the stuff that they were doing. But I thought that was a nice flip and reversal, that they have their rival cops end up, kind of buddying up with them at the end of the movie. And I mean, yeah, they had that moment they're immediately after that where they all get into a giant fight,
Yeah, of course.
But I thought that was cool that they kind of flipped it, from the end of the first movie.
And if they weren't still feuding at the end of the movie with one another, it wouldn't feel like they were part of the group, because the only way you can be part of that group is if you're internally feuding all the time.
Right.
So I think that's one of the things that made this movie and the first movie so endearing, is that it's like a brotherhood, you know what I mean? Because there's always feuding going on. It's not always like, oh, we're all best friends and all that. No. It's like your brothers. I'm going to get you if I can get you.
Right. They're either trying to shave Rabbit's nuts, or they're messing with Farva. Right. Shocking, electrocuting Farva.
Yeah, Farva's definitely he's like the little brother, He's like the one that's going to not quite get the joke and try and mess things up every time, and make them pay for it. Yeah, it's. I think that's one of the things that makes that movie so endearing, especially to I would have to assume the demographic for this movie is going to be young males.
Yeah,
oh, this is me and my brothers. If we were all cops, that's what we do.
Right. Or,
not that you actually would. You'd go to prison.
Friends, or definitely. Who all was? I mean, Will Sasso was in this. Other than the Broken Lizard guys, Will Sasso, Linda Hamilton again comes back to play the governor again.
The guy from Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yeah. And I didn't recognize him. I kept looking at that one Mountie, the guy, the guy who was from Tucker and Dale, who played one of the Mounties. I kept looking at him. I'm like, God, I think I know that guy from something, but I just could not for the life of me. The only one that I clearly, definitely recognized was Will Sasso. But, it's frickin' Will Sasso. He's kind of unmistakable.
If you don't know what he looks like this.
He's a big dude. He is a very big guy.
He's awesome.
And he's unmistakable. If you've ever watched any episodes of Mad TV, you'll be able to pick that guy out of the crowd very easily.
Not to be confused with Brian Callen, the dude in the banana hammock from Mad TV. He looks like this.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But yeah. So there's Linda Hamilton, Will Sasso, the guy from Tucker and Dale. God, who else was in this? Of course, Rob Lowe. We've talked a lot about Rob Lowe being in it. He was hilarious.
They had the not cameo, I think, of the year.
Oh, yeah.
Probably would have been Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was a great not cameo.
Yes.
I think we should do that kind of stuff more often.
Yeah, that Danny
I want to see more of that in movies.
That Danny DeVito bit was great, especially once they started screwing with the guy about it. Once they were just kind of really messy. Will Sasso's character was like, "Oh no, I know the difference between the two. I just like to screw with him," And then they started throwing things in, and they're like, "Who I really like? I like that penguin from that Batman movie." It's like, that is Danny DeVito.
So in this movie, when they're trying to get you kind of endeared into the group of the Mounties, they throw in this whole Danny DeVito bit that we're talking about, and it's what makes you feel the same camaraderie between the Mounties as you feel between the Highway State Patrol.
No doubt.
You know, and that's the point of the movie where you go, oh, they're not bad guys. They're just another group of guys.
They're just kind of the Canadian answer to these guys. Yeah. No doubt. Yeah, that was great. I love that they threw that little bit in there between the two of them, and you know how the one guy, like Will Sazo's character, keeps like confusing, thinking, you know, Taxis, you know, Danny DeVito is a different person than the Danny DeVito that's in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And also a nice shout out to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia too. I think I'm gonna say, take a shot in the dark here and say that the Broken Lizard guys are probably fans of that show, given, you know, the amount of frickin' times they said the name of the show in that little bit, you know.
I wonder if that was like an advertisement, because they crowdfunded. I'd be interested to know if the guys from Always Sunny in Philadelphia were like, say our name 12 times.
Like, here's a whole bunch of money.
It's like, no, I can't make it to the shoot, but let's say the name.
Mention the show like 3 times, and here's like $10,000.
Danny was like, say my name too.
Exactly.
Not that happened, but I think it'd be funny.
Right. You know, that's possible. I mean, you know, you never know. Like you say, it was crowdfunded, so, you know, it is possible that those guys came to him and were like, hey, we really like the first movie. We'll help you guys make this. Because, I mean, you know those guys have got to have, like, especially Danny DeVito. At this point in his life, that dude's got to be loaded, man. Broken Lizard, if you're watching this video, let us know. You know, reply in the comments below and tell us whether or not that is actually the case.
Did any of them give you money?
Right, it would be
and if not, you could shame them down below.
Yeah, no doubt. You
and
could.
Then when Super Troopers 3 comes out, they might feel obligated to break you off.
Be like, hey, remember that, all that, you know, all those shout outs we gave you in the last movie for free? Maybe you guys ought to give us some money to make the third one. What do you think? You think they're going to do a third one?
If they do, I want to see Charlie Day and Danny DeVito in it.
Oh, dude, no doubt. God, yeah, no doubt.
Don't even make the movie now if you're not going to do that.
Yeah, no doubt. Just throw those guys in there just for squats and grins.
Why not?
You know, just have them be in there. Like, I mean, they really didn't. What was the last thing they did before this? Was it
the Broken Lizard crew?
Beer Fest?
Beer Fest did come out. There's Club Dread, Beer Fest, Super Troopers 1, Super Troopers 2. We're forgetting something.
Yeah, we're forgetting something. There's one more, and I cannot remember what it was. But I swear in between.
It's highly unprofessional.
In between.
Unprofessional, unprofessional.
Unprofessional, whatever. We're, you know, nobody's watching it.
Yeah, we're not shooting in an alley anymore, dude.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
There's too many cats out here.
Huh? What's the Slammin' Salmon?
It is.
No, yeah, I do remember that. Yeah. I don't think I watched it, but I do remember seeing the previews for it. And it's,
That's
the
guy that passed away, right?
Oh, no, yeah, that's Michael Clark Duncan. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay, I do remember seeing ads for that. I do. I remember seeing trailers for that, and for whatever reason, I didn't end up watching it. But I do remember seeing advertisements for it.
Do you think we should have a moment of silence for Michael Clark Duncan?
No. I think we might want to have a moment of silence for that movie, though, because obviously it did not do nearly what they needed it to.
If you want me to be in your third movie.
Wait, hold on.
If you want me to be in your third movie.
Moment of silence for the Slammin' Salmon. All right. Enough of that. What's up, Cap? Super Troopers 2. Hilarious. Funny. If you're looking for a funny comedic movie to go see this spring, you know, before you gear up for, you know, the summer blockbuster extravaganza that's about to happen, definitely go check this one out. You're not wasting your money on it. It is very funny. I enjoyed it. Had a great
see
time.
it, you cheap bastard.
Yeah, no doubt.
Just go see it.
Just go see it.
Stop pirating it.
I mean, come
Stop
on, dude.
it.
$7.50.
Go watch it.
Go to a matinee. You know
it was crowdfunded. A-hole. They didn't even get to watch the movie.
Right, exactly. Yeah, no doubt. It's not like you're throwing.
They asked for $2 million. Got like 4.5, like this.
Yeah, come on.
Put together 7. Crowdfund the 7 that you need to watch the movie.
Go to 7 friends.
Yeah, go to 7 friends.
Go to 8 friends. Ask 7 of them for $1, and then the 8th for 50 cents.
We should do that. Right now, we need to start online. We need to start this thing where people are trending, where everybody's trying to crowdfund money to come up with the money to go see Super Troopers 2, and then go see Super Troopers 2. And that's what you should do. That's what you should do.
Yes.
When we piece this video together with all these cats in the alley,
there's
gonna be like, what is it, continuity, right? Didn't I say that right? Continuity errors all over the place, just like cats popping in and out, right? So like, I just want to let you know. See, I noted it, so you see me saying it. So I knew it was gonna happen, but that's what happens when you shoot in an alley.
Well, that has been another episode of We Watched a Movie for Super Troopers 2. My name is Finn. This has been Chris. You guys have a good one. We'll see y'all later.
Go watch the damn movie.
Yeah. Come on. What are you doing?
Super Troopers, man.
Quit sitting there and watching this video.
No.
Click it off. Go get out there. Watch the movie. It's fun.
There's nothing else to it, dude. It's just going to keep running.
Yeah,
it's going to be like, subscribe, leave a comment below. That's all
subscribe,
you're missing.
Right. That's it.
Get up
This
right
is it.
now
Get
and
up,
go watch the movie.
Watch the movie.
Come on, support people.
Watch the movie. Go watch it. Come on. Watch it. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching that episode of We Watched a Movie. This is Finn and Chris. We hope you guys enjoyed that one. Be sure to come back next week. Be sure you like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section down below. Click that bell icon there. That'll let you know when our new videos are coming out. And check out this green space over here for more of our videos.